I'm back. I'm back. Can't leave it how we left it. My PC sounds like it's going to explode. My PC literally sounds like it's going to explode. Hang on. No. Turn. Almost fucked up. Almost went in with the goggles. Almost went in with the goggles. That would have been horrendous. Wait, why is it? Why is it fucking up the spawns again? I like when it does this. Good luck. I appreciate you, brother. Let my bag off. Quite literally, I'm sweating my nuts off for this shit.
And listeners and songs.
Watch a video.
with almost 250 million views on YouTube. An already dark and tragic incident became even darker, as people online slowly unraveled 4 years of David foreshadowing this would happen through his music, which he was performing the same day the body was found. This is one of the most downright evil stories I've ever covered, so viewer discretion is advised. All the way back in 2018, 13-year-old David Anthony Burke was a homeschooled kid with not just a normal family, but an unusually well-to-do family unit. His parents were still together, had a strong religious background, and were well off financially, as his dad was a regional litigation support project manager for a global firm with 75 offices and a staff of over 1,500 attorneys. Browsing his LinkedIn briefly shows you just how many huge law firms he dealt with and how much experience he had. By all means, the Burke family was well supported and had everything they needed. However, David had mostly unsupervised access to the internet, and they simply had no idea the kinds of things he would expose himself to. But we'll get to that later. To their knowledge, and likewise to the public's knowledge, David's teenage years had him either studying or playing Fortnite and making edits and montages of it. But due to the prominent role music plays in Fortnite edits, he found his content getting frequently copyright striked. Over the course of 3 years where he struggled with this problem, he decided to take his interest in artists like XXXTentacion and Tyler the Creator to try his hand at making his own music to avoid copyright. This culminated in the release of his first song on YouTube, Runaway, which was released in December 2021. From the get-go, the themes in his music are very clear and repetitive. The speaker in the song is trying to get someone they love to come live with them, feeling sad when they feel their feelings are not reciprocated, fearing that their partner is running away, and lastly, having these feelings boil over into aggression and jealous anger. In a song from February 2022, he says, "I look into your eyes and I can see right through your lies. I think we both know who dies here. You can't leave the past behind. You're the only one that lies here." In another song from just 1 month later, he has the phrase, "Save your tears 7 years" in the chorus. And I think at this point it's necessary to introduce you to David's alleged victim for legal purposes. Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Born on September 7th, 2010, meaning in early 2022, she'd have been 11, 7 years away from being 18. Meanwhile, David would be 17. While no one had any reason to suspect anything at the time, the contents of his music only became more concerning. Over his next 2 songs that are almost follow-ups to one another, the narrative David is describing goes from just needing a friend to a song called More Than Just Friends, where he says, "I told you keep it 10, or you'll end up dead. Pieces put together like a puzzle." Over the next 8 songs, this narrative is mostly maintained, with David talking about being sent into jealous frenzies and obsessively sending whoever he's talking to hundreds of messages, while occasionally saying things like, "trying to kill you slowly" and "we're gonna die tonight." As much as it's pretty commonplace for these themes to appear in this kind of music, it often seemed like David was being a bit too oddly specific about his subject matter. This is even more the case when you factor in the kinds of things he was tweeting at the time, such as, "When I was writing this, I got a notification from you, as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. Take me where I belong, but your circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro." It's one thing for there to be odd lyrics, but this is just him talking on a tweet about how someone needs to push through their wishes to be with their mom and sister again. While the post he was replying to there is now gone, there is a Wayback Machine snapshot of what the original exchange was. In it, David, with his old handle, Ant Part 2, is replying to someone named 6K4TE, who says, "This relates to how I feel so heavily," to one of his songs. The only other hit for this exact handle is a Pinterest profile whose last piece of activity took place 11 months ago. Currently, this Twitter handle is being used by someone else who is not related to the original owner of the handle or David, so don't go messaging them because they have nothing to do with anything. The only other significant pieces of David's Twitter activity from around this period are him saying that religion is a money scheme and that he'd been studying nihilism lately. Although she was probably there for longer, the earliest record of a Celeste in David's Discord server comes from October 2022, when she would have been 12. It's around this time that we got one of the most damning instances of David telling on himself. The music video for the track Romantic Homicide. The video depicts David in some pretty ritualistic scenes, surrounded by candles with a blindfold on, standing in front of a seemingly deceased girl. Later on, it's suggested that the evidence of the crime is hid away inside of a suitcase. The lyrics aren't very specific, but they too reflect the same themes times from before, killing someone he loves. While his previous songs had already gotten some degree of attention, this one was by far his biggest hit yet, taking him from being an obscure indie artist to being in the same category as people like Juice WRLD. Last but not least, if you check the date this video was posted, it was exactly on the 7th of September, Celeste's birthday. Maybe due to how much success this song got him, David got even bolder about subliminally referencing the insidious things he was doing behind the scenes. 2 months into the new year, he started opening up to his Discord server, which obviously was full of minors. In a long string of messages, he said, "I used to be addicted to watching gore videos. Live leak was bookmarked. Lamau. I saw a cartel execution on Reddit when I was 14. Got to the point where I don't even cringe when I see it no more. I remember laughing at one point. It got bad, man. I like writing gory psychological drama, romantic quotes, and a lot of death. I love gore. Gore is better than adult videos." This is absolutely not the first time someone has mentally self-destructed via gore videos. There is such a huge community online of absolute freaks surrounding this kind of thing that I'm surprised there hasn't been a massive crackdown on it. And that's without mentioning how the same platform for this kind of video often leads to other, more illegal kinds of content. Another sign David was getting increasingly comfortable with letting other people know was that the entire server was at least somewhat in on the fact that he was with Celeste. Some kind of bot on his server shared what looks like a playlist called Celeste in David's Closet. In late March, someone going by the name James Buttergun said David only added underage girls to the server, and even specified that this wasn't some kind of joke, even if other users in there would joke about it openly. While I'm sure plenty of people had no idea about David's proclivities, based on the messages that have become public, at least some of them absolutely did, to the point where they even knew which girls specifically David talked to more frequently. One Reddit user said, "One of the old Discord screenshots were two guys, allegedly, chatting, and they said that David wouldn't add them back, but he followed his underage girl fans immediately. One of them made a teenage catfish girl account, and David immediately followed his catfish account back." But his self-tells notoriously don't limit themselves to his Discord messages. A music video from November 2022 featured a girl that looked similar to Celeste. Another one from February 2023 depicted him playing the part of a dead body, specifically wearing clothes to make him appear smaller than he actually was, and getting placed into the back of a car. On April 3rd, he released a promotional video that opened with these words.
"You see, when a human being is drained of all of its blood, it becomes pale, lifeless, just as the rose, visually appealing, only good to observe and admire. But the moment you go to pick it up, you get stabbed."
He released 2 other projects this year, and again, we can find various allusions to his secret, having to defend his quote-unquote love from people who questioned it, being obsessive and even self-destructive, references to roses and shovels, describing himself as the devil, and becoming aggressive when his partner tries to leave. While most of the music videos are innocuous, the girls in them always look like Celeste, although one of them stands out as the most disturbing of all. On the 7th of September, Celeste's birthday, the anime video for a song called Rehab was released, wherein the female character gets butchered, literally cut into pieces by David's character. Uncoincidentally, around the same time this video came out, David makes a song called Celeste that, although he'd never released it, ended up leaking. In it, there are lyrics about Celeste only opening up when she's high and having his name tattooed on her chest. Up until this point, there were only allusions, and this was the first time he outright said her name in a song. Even if he didn't release it, it leaked anyway. And more, it seemed like David was getting something out of teasing his followers with his illegal activities. In the same month, David did a stream with Celeste visibly in the background, and when people asked who she was, he only replied with, "You are a fed." This person who asked about her, a Discord user called Lamp, was then threatened by David, who said, "Wallahi, he's finished. I know what he leaked already. We're literally preparing to sue him, Lamau. Lamp is about to owe $30,000. Legal team going bonkers right now." How confident can a guy be that he's threatening to get legal with someone as they literally have a picture of him with a 13-year-old girl? To make matters worse, for the whole year of 2023, he was actively looking for other minors to do the same thing to. to, as he had been caught DMing girls well under the age of 18. In January 2024, he made a post on TikTok with a bunch of Hello Kitty gear, and when someone commented asking David to adopt them, David replied, tagging an account that was clearly an alt, saying, "Should we?" This account had little to no activity, but was listed as having Celeste's birthday, meaning it possibly belonged to her. But besides this post, David was less explicit about his criminal involvement with Celeste in his music. But that doesn't mean the situation was getting any better. Quite the opposite, actually. In mid-February 2024, a Facebook user by the name of Dora Hernandez made a post which read, "Celeste Hernandez is my niece. She's missing this morning and didn't get to her classes in Lake Elsinore, California. She is 13 years old. If anyone has seen her, please contact me or her parents, Mercedes Martinez, or call the police." Immediately after, Celeste's mother, Mercedes, also made a post asking for help, and the efforts to locate her waged on for the next few days, coming from multiple family members and acquaintances of her. However, about 5 days later, Mercedes made a currently unavailable post that was replied to by the rest of the family, with things like, "Thank God our prayers have been answered." And in another exchange, a redacted person said, "She came home last night," which leads me to think that she was found around the 20th of February. Right around the same time, David was posting more frequently about some Hello Kitty girl, which absolutely meant he was talking about Celeste, as she was known to like Sanrio merch. In a confusing turn of events, within 2 months, Celeste was once again announced to be missing, seen the last time on the 5th of April wearing Hello Kitty sandals. This has led some people to theorize that some members of her family knew that she was with David and were okay with it, and that others weren't and continued to press for her to come home. Ultimately, we don't know the exact details of how this all went down, but the fact that she was with David is an absolute certainty. On his Discord server, it was widely acknowledged that they were now officially dating, and some people even knew that his girlfriend was the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. This person, Ponzalo, is one of the first people to call David out on it, and in other messages, he said, "David took my little sister's friend to LA to bang in his house while she's 12. Did y'all know David likes kids? I want to tell everyone about how David is a creep." As far as I know, besides Ponzalo, the only other person to be going after David over this was a random TikTok commenter called Robin River in February 2024, when Celeste went missing for the first time. Among those who were familiar with David, it was simply common knowledge that he had basically kidnapped this girl. Adding insult to injury, he streamed with her on Twitch, and although she was wearing a hoodie and big glasses, it was clearly her. At some point during it, this moment happened.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's
bye.
been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
He was basically flaunting one of the most egregious crimes imaginable for hundreds of people to see, all while being world famous. In TikTok posts and Instagram stories, he hints at basically paying her to stay with him. Around April 2024, when she was reported missing for the second time, an unreleased song called Drink and Drive was made, containing lyrics such as, "Are you still under the car? Stay with me. I know it's my fault. Oh God, I'm here. Can't you take me instead? She didn't deserve to go. I'll be crying in this jail cell tonight." While these are contextualized within the song, they are also eerily foreboding considering the ultimate end of this story. It's also shortly after the second missing report that possibly the worst detail of this story took place. In messages that Celeste allegedly exchanged with someone called Anissa, she said, "Anissa, do not text. He came back. He's crying. Do not text me. I fixed him. I'm staying. I fixed him. I don't know how. We both cried to get her and he changed his mind. I'm happy he did though. Anissa, you have to swear you're gonna stay safe. Are you still gonna talk to David or go back with him? Because I don't want you to get in any more trouble with him. Celeste, I'm safe. No, I'm not." Now, I've already made a disclaimer earlier, but either way, I'm going to paraphrase instead of straight up reading the following messages due to how vile it is. To sum it up, Celeste said that she has bled as a consequence of something that happened with David, and just a couple of messages later says that she was also pressured into being with someone else by the name of Gus. Almost equally concerning is that David began saying in interviews that once he put together enough money, he planned to move to some remote island completely completely off the grid. Specifically, he noted he'd do this in about 4 years, which is when Celeste would be turning 18. Whatever his ultimate plans for her were at this time, they were clearly developing in scale. His dedication to this secret objective of his was to the point that, according to Instagram user Chandler OTD, David had begun paying people off to keep their mouths shut about him being with a minor. And there's even a picture of what appears to be him doing it in some parking lot. Someone else on Reddit by the name of Alpha Tango Cheesecake made similar claims, saying, "This guy is a creep from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out Celeste's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. Celeste has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on." Despite how many times he professed his love for her, the tune slowly started to change after she went missing, presumably to go live with him. In June, he made a post captioned, "Me after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and disgusted by her actions," with the background image being Patrick Bateman holding a nail gun to a woman's head. Now, in any other context, I would just assume this is a complete joke and has literally no meaning behind it, but it's definitely disturbing given what we know now. And keep in mind, she was 13 going on 14 at this time, so any past she had with other people was necessarily the actions of a minor. Besides this, there's also a post suggesting an interest in cannibalism, another one pouring boiling water on her for telling another boy happy birthday, and most concerning of all, one captioned, "Me if I see her talk with other dudes," showing David cutting up meat. Slowly, these themes solidified, and after enough time passed since Celeste was reported as missing, David once again became bold enough to start hinting at what he was up to in his music videos. In February 2025, he released one for the song One More Dance, where he is stuffed in the trunk of a car and taken out to the middle of the woods to be buried. About a month later, he previewed a song with the following lyrics: "Nobody ever caught me, but I spoke too soon in the back of a police car. I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing. Do the same if they ask you about her." Despite how much this sounds like he's just talking about his plans for Celeste, in the context of the rest of the song, he's talking about something that took place in November 2016. But as far as is publicly known,
Juice
there's
Box
no signs he
IRL.
committed any kind of crime back then. I should
Or
note,
Cujo,
however,
either
that
one of
he
you
has
guys-
one
you guys
other
smoke?
song where he
Time to
says,
smoke?
"You wouldn't believe what I did as a kid back in 2016. So given that David has the proclivity to basically tell on himself in his music, people should start giving real consideration that he may have actually done something in November 2016. Now, before I fully get into all of the allusions David made to his eventual crime through his music, I'd like to give attention to an interview he gave in late April, where he said this.
Yeah, man. Romantic homicide was just like, I wanted to feel what the other kids were feeling like. Everybody I knew, well, in middle school that I didn't talk to anymore, everybody had relationships. I didn't have a relationship. I wanted to do that. I wanted to be involved in this or have a heartbreak for myself. So I kind of just like made up these scenarios of myself getting heartbroken and being in love and stuff like that. And I would write songs about things that never happened.
Given he was born in 2005, 2016 is right when he'd be middle school aged, exactly 11 years old. I think this is relevant not just because he's made multiple references to having done something in 2016, but also because whatever this something may have been, it's a significant part of why he later on went after Celeste, also when she was 11. Now, to cover his music, there are more suggestions that Celeste was now refusing to say she loved him, and some of the lyrics became quite ominous, such as, "He might have you, but I've got your ghost, and we both know that's the real you, and God knows it's true. I love you the most, but we both know what I have to do. Eyes looking right through me. Why can't I hear your heartbeat? Dance with me under the moon above. Let us keep this perfect memory." This is probably one of the most dense set of lyrics yet, as the main theme here is one that's a pattern among many serial killers. The idea that killing someone somehow attaches them to you in a subservient role for eternity, with some of them, like the cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer, even considering it a kind of romantic intimacy. Ed Kemper even called his victims his spirit wives. Given David's documented interest in that kind of macabre culture, it would make perfect sense for him to have developed this same kind of sick delusion surrounding Celeste. Secondly, the mention of the moon is relevant because in 2025, Celeste's birthday which had been a common release date for David's projects, fell right on a blood moon, which harkened back to his ritualistic depictions in his music videos. Another interesting theme that shows up in this period is the strings. In his album, there's an interlude called The Invisible String Theory, where David and an unknown person talk about how some people are inevitably tied together by fate. But much more importantly, in 2 music videos and the cover art for one of his album singles, there is the prominent presence of red strings, specifically, following the idea that David is enamored not only by gore, but also about true crime, serial killers, and things of that sort. It would make sense that he's also into the TV show Dexter, which has recently experienced a huge resurgence in popularity due to online memes about it and new spin-offs. First, the whole blood moon thing is a small but significant motif both in the original show, being present in one of the most meaningful and well-known scenes, which you've probably seen in edits, and in the sequel show New Blood. Secondly, we have the red string motif, which was a calling card of one of the original show's most well-known serial killers, Brian Moser, who was known for dismembering his victims and stringing them back together. Unsurprisingly, when David's crime was revealed, many people noticed the connections and called David the Bay Harbor Butcher, which is Dexter's name as a serial killer. But before we get to that, I think it's relevant to say that despite all of the red flags imaginable and a lot of the information that I've gone over being easily found online, 2025 marked the greatest year of David's career. From officially collaborating with Fortnite and making the anthem for it, to collaborating with artists like Kali Uchis, and having Pokimane in one of his music videos, to having songs of his be featured in extremely mainstream TV shows like Invincible and Arcane, all of which got to tens of millions of views. By all accounts, his wildest dreams had come true, but at the same time, someone else's worst nightmare followed suit. On the evening of the 8th of September, fresh off the blood moon and Celeste's birthday, there was a 2023 Tesla with Texas license plates in an impound yard on the 1000th block of North Mansfield Avenue in Los Angeles, which was emitting a foul odor. At that point, it had been there for over 3 days, and before that, it had been parked at Bluebird Avenue for 3 weeks, with some sources saying more than a month. A big metal box in Los Angeles heat with something inside of it. When the cops were called to see about the smell, they opened the front trunk, finding a plastic bag containing the cut-up remains of a girl, about 5'2", weighing just 71 pounds, with wavy black hair, wearing a tube top and leggings. When Celeste went missing the year prior, she was listed as weighing 130 pounds, and now only 70, signaling she had lost a significant amount of weight since then, even accounting for the weight the body loses as it decomposes. The body was soon identified, and upon further investigation, police found that the vehicle was registered to David Anthony Burke and hadn't been reported as stolen. While all of this was going on, David was performing his music, including all of the stuff he wrote about her. If that weren't enough, one TikTok compiled the many theatrics David had during his show, all of which allude to what he did to Celeste. Part of what led not only to the identification of Celeste's body, but also her connection to David was the shush tattoo he had on his finger. Although this has been widely reported to mean that she also had a tattoo with shush on her finger, there are pictures of what she had tattooed that just looks like David's name in red. Again, this is another sign of what kind of dynamic they had. While she had his actual name on her finger, he only had an expression for secrecy and silence. Additionally, another connection made by people on Reddit is that the original location of the Tesla with Celeste's remains before it was towed was just a little over 100 yards away from where he used to live in Los Angeles, and his place has since been investigated by the police. David's future shows were promptly canceled, and he's been described as fully cooperative with law enforcement, although he hasn't been officially listed as a suspect or even a person of interest. One of the first people to speak out publicly about what had just been uncovered was Celeste's brother, Matthew Hernandez. According to NBC LA, Matthew said that family members who still live in Lake Elsinore knew that Celeste knew David, and that Celeste's disappearance took place when she went to see a movie with him. Simultaneously, to someone who decided to contact him on Instagram, Matthew said, "Yes, it was David. I met him once in person. I knew about him taking Celeste and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. Even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. She was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. My sister wouldn't say anything, ever. Please send me more if you know. I never knew about the Discord server. I wish I would have known. I could have used this. I don't even have Discord. Matthew then sent a few previously unreleased pictures of Celeste and confirmed the authenticity of the text message exchanges where Celeste identifies someone else who had been with her. But Matthew remarks that this Gus person has since been shot dead. Someone else who came forward was a friend of his and former teammate from when David was still a Fortnite player.
I think most of you all know I've known David for about 3.5 years, and the internet knows a 15-year-old girl was found disconfigured in the front of his car. Can't even say 15 because she was 14 when she passed. For those who don't know, David used to be a professional Fortnite player in the team that I was leading, Limit. Back then, I used to make music on my computer. He didn't have a good computer, so I told him about BandLab, and he started making music, and it completely popped off. And David, even before and after fame, he's always been a really, really nice person, like a little bit too nice, like comically nice. And for those who've been following me for a while, you know I used to have this ongoing joke over and over and over again about me dissing on David and us having like fake beef. Literally a year ago today, I posted, "The enemy, no, the enemy is David." And I would always make comments just hating on him because I thought it was funny to portray, you know, I'm jealous of him, it should have been me. And flash forward to today, this is absolutely disgusting. He has known this girl since she was either 11 or 12.
Another member of his Fortnite team
Oh, you
added
didn't know,
more
homie.
context to how they all initially met. We were all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where I met him. He met her in like 2021 through Fortnite, I'm pretty sure. Then he made her get Discord. Everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally know, but my friend Pistol knows more because they talked way more. She would literally say he raped her, but then follow it up with a joke, so I don't know if she was being for real or not. He was also just a weirdo, to be honest. He used to send gore in group chats. It does seem to be the case that a Fortnite team called Chronic was active at that point in time, and it also seems to be the case that David was affiliated with them in some way, at least based on this video title. On the other hand, Celeste's Discord account is verified to have been created in January 2021, which would make her 10, as she would only turn 11 in September that year, which is all the more horrific. Someone else who knew David and claimed they briefly dated when she was 16 and he was 18 claimed she had seen him with Celeste, but never had any idea of anything that was going on. But besides people who knew David, some that knew Celeste also chimed in, including one called Exile's Funeral, who said, "Last time me and Celeste called, she was drunk and spam calling David. They have matching tattoos from when they dated. David used to have pictures of her up on his Instagram, but after they broke up, he took it off. Only thing throwing me off is the age, but I'm just gonna assume she lied about her age to everyone in our friend group back then, because they did date, and then 2 days after that call with me, she deleted her whole account. Pictures too, also looks just like her. No way it's another Hispanic Celeste with the same curls, same face. That just doesn't make sense. Gets to a point with coincidences." This same person followed up outside of Discord, providing a series of screenshots of Instagram chats dated to December 2024, corroborating their claims to have been in contact with Celeste at that point in time. Due to how much attention this case got and how complicit many of the people in his Discord server were, the people who were in charge of administrating it felt the need to go out of their way to make an announcement. We, the Discord and Twitch staff team, want to clarify what we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what was shared in David's Twitch streams and her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 or 19. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we do not have ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we were not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimal contact with David or his management. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server, and we no longer associate with David. We do not support his actions in any capacity. Our priority has always been the well-being of members in this community. We are deeply saddened by the situation and extend our prayers to Celeste's family. May she rest in peace, and may her family receive justice. While I'm sure that this sentiment is genuine, and although it is quite possible that none of the members of his staff knew about it, there were people in the servers who weren't necessarily staff members who definitely knew. One person in specific by the name of Xerxify, who was David's Twitch manager, was actually caught deleting Discord messages in real time by Redditors. First off, this makes him look quite guilty, and second, I'm pretty sure that if these messages are eventually procured, and they certainly could be given the high-profile nature of this case, he may now be complicit and liable to get a charge of his own. And all of that is assuming that he isn't actually guilty of something, which he very well might be, given his urgency to go delete a bunch of posts on the Discord server, probably because those messages could prove that he knew what David was doing beforehand. A few days after the first big info dump online about Celeste and David's case, a tweet that got a lot of engagement claimed that the FBI was holding David's bodyguard, Mark Morales, aka Marky Next Door, on suspicion for accessory to murder, with an offered reward of $25,000 for information that could lead to his arrest. Mark was then contacted by none other than Neon on stream.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want the government to be on me, so I don't know if you could be on my phone.
Dude, hey, buddy, I'm not on the run by the FBI, okay? I don't know why you're saying
Yes, you are, bro. You're on the run. Stop.
Hey, look at the FBI wanted poster. It literally says I'm black, and it says my alias is Big Steppa in Tubbs.
What the f are you talking about?
Bro, the FBI wanted poster, it literally says I'm black.
Oh, okay, so you're saying it's not you.
No, it's bro. You know what, bro? It was they got mad at Aiden for not streaming, and they made a whole.
You're guilty. You're guilty. Get off my phone. You're guilty.
He's 36. Bro, you're so weird, bro. Alright, dude, you got it, bro. Stop spreading narratives, dude.
Like Marky said in the clip, the FBI wanted tweet was proven to be fake, as Marky Next Door is actually a streamer who had nothing to do with David or Celeste. Regardless, this is still technically a developing situation, and ultimately, time will tell if legal charges
You, You're getting up there? Yeah, yeah. I died at Jad earlier. Oop.
Uh,
38, wave 38. Is this the same run? No. I died. I died at Jad earlier. Fucked up and swapped prayers. Holy shit, how did I survive that? Chad shit right there. Next wave will be 45, and we just gotta kill the ranger right away. Wherever he may be. Jay Ski. Frickin' dude. Gotta stag this guy out quick. There we go. Huge. I made it do a double D tits. Atta boy. In the new skate game, guy with double D tits. Atta boy. There you go. Ballin'. Pollen. There's your face scan with giant double D tits. That's fucking wild behavior right there. That's wild behavior, dude. Kill this fucking guy. Kill him. Fucking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just attack him. You don't need to run into him. Next wave. Major in the range. Okay, fuck that, everybody boy. Wave 50. You got it? We on the way, baby. We on the way. More. Oh, you hit me for a 4? Get the fuck out. Come on. Absolutely annihilate. Absolutely annihilate him. Yep. Woo. I just fucked up. Oh my god. 3. Lucky. That would have been the kill shot. Oh, what? That was some wild shit. Oh no. Come on, man. Was this next one will be 58? So close. What do I have next? One ranger? Okay. How many waves are there? 63. Jad's the 63rd. Close, 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 yeah. I think like 60 is the hardest wave, honestly. Like wave 60 is our hardest. I believe, I'm a believer too. Let's kill this fucking guy here. Quick. Don't take damage, please. What we gotta do is run this way, tank. Yeah, it's alright. He's gonna heal. Alright, we should kill him here. Okay, what's next? Wave 60 is definitely the hard one. We got 2 Rangers and big rat motherfucker and the Major. So close. Kill this fucking guy here quick. Ooh. There we go. Perfect. This next wave, we just kill the Major instantly. And then we're basically on Jad. Because then after this next wave, it's just 2 Majors and then we're on Jad. Fuck, man. Okay, melee. Melee. Let's go this way. Bring them all the way down here. And then we got long range to just absolutely clobber this fucking clown. When he stomps, it's ranged. When he leans back, it's magic. Okay. Enough to caught up. Do this, bro. Page. Jad will be this guy here. Jad's always the orange one. Oh no, I already fucked up. Come on, burn him. Get some products. Please kill him. Oh, this fucking goober beside me. No. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. 30 HP. Oh, we did it, boys. Fuck yeah. Yes, let's go, baby. Fuck yes. Oh, let's go, dude. Oh, oh, finally. Let's go. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Let's fucking go, baby. Oh my god. After like 6 tries. Oh, feels so good. God damn. Look at that fucking sexy son of a bitch. Feels good. Feels fucking good, man. Feels fucking good. Oh. Oh my god, let's fucking go, dude. We did it. Oh my fuck, dude. Finally. Finally. Oh my god. Fuck yes, dude. Oh my god. That was fucking stressful, man. That was fucking stressful, mister. I was fucking stressful, bro. I almost fucked up because I didn't realize there was a healer standing under me, bro. There was like a healer standing under me, and he kept healing Jad, and I was just like, "Where is he, bro?" I'm looking around, and he's just like fucking out healing my DPS. You know, I almost got full health. Now I gotta prepare for Inferno. No, now I gotta prepare for Song of the Elves and raids. We run in some TOA. I gotta make a bunch of potions and shit first, but yeah, eventually, like probably within the next like what? Well, I need to get the Twin Flame Staff, and I need to get a helmet. I need to go to get the Twin Flame Staff, and then I need to go to Zolra and get the Serp Helm. I'm close, bro. I'm like maybe a month or two away. I'm close. I'm close. I'm close. Duo Titans right now. I'm down to Duo Titans right now. Yeah. Let me kill the Fire Giant though, because I'm doing what is it? I've got a Slayer task for Fire Giants. Yeah, and you have a good night there, sir. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Juicebox. That was phenomenal, bro. That was phenomenal. I can't believe we did that, dude. I can't believe we fucking just did that. That's sick. That is legit. Too fucking legit to quit. Fucking right on. Right on, brother. Appreciate you. I forgot to get my Ferox Enclave teleport. Shit. That's awkward. So I have to go to Eddie. I forgot you spelled, but all good. All good. Yo, I'll take care of the fire minions. You know what? I forgot runes. I forgot runes. I knew I was forgetting something. I need to get a rune pouch. That's like the next upgrade for the account that I need to get. I'll take care. I'll take care of the fire boys. Take care of the fire boys. You take care of the ice guys. All right. Yo, Golden, you just watched us for the crazy, missed a crazy boss fight. Oh my God. Oh, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, dude, 5 rubies? Are you fucking kidding me? That's actually good. Damn. fuck did I just get hit? This motherfucker's not killing the icers. This fucking dude. Oh, your spells are fucked? Okay. I got you. I got us then. You good now? Oh, okay. Had me bamboozled for a sec. Hit him, hit him. Oh no. Wow. Ah! Wrong way, buddy. Should've hit the fire guy. I didn't bring any fire runes. Oh my. Did you grab claws? Yeah. Damn, you left your palm tree on this on the floor, brother. Hit him for a fat too. Let's go. Nah, you good, you good. toast. I'm teleporting out. I'll just reset. I'm gonna reset. Once the wall gets covered, you can't go back in. You can only go in for the first like 15 seconds of the fight or something like that. Need this. I'll bring the prayer pot. Some food. Oh no, we're cut off right away. Not good. Oh my god, just annihilating this fucking goober right now, we are. Oh, oh wow, that's some horse shit. No. Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh, we got so lucky. Oh my god. I got an amulet uncharged. I thought I actually got something worthwhile. It made the sound. I was all excited. Fuck. Don't kill him. Oh shit. Prayer pot. Some blood runes. Oh no, I fucked up there. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! I'm dead. Fifteen times without leaving the area. Any prayer points? Damn. Okay, okay. Um, I've been running lots of chambers. Yeah, I mean, that's what I want to get to eventually as well. But my brain's fried from doing Jad, I'm not gonna lie. My clicks are so bad. Damn. It's a dime death rune. in those rooms, and it's just like, oh shit, expose. Look at all the loot. I hope the African didn't good. I don't know. I didn't even go to work today. I got my fire cape though. Way more important. Rocky downstairs. Oh yeah, dude. He's always sleeping with my parents. Fucking scoundrel, eh? Sometimes he does, like, once my parents are gone and stuff, but if my dad's home, bro, like, he sleeps with my dad. I don't know why. Like, it's fucking weird. Rockies has, like, an obsession with him. What did I get? Grimy Rams. He does sleep with me from time to time, for sure. Be one of the harder to get bosses in the game today, Thug Dug. Good times, bud. It's all good. What a fucking day. All right. Oh, and yeah, look at that. We can fight his Spory. Maybe get a bucket. Let's go. Check the tree. Snape grass. Thank you. 2 Rand seeds from that? Damn, dude. 2 Rands in here and a Terran. It's like one of the best fucking. And a Toad Flax, I think. I have to go to the Huey coats. I have to go to the one and only Huey Code. No way, brother. No way. Again. Again. Oh. Will you mess with us? Giving out like cannons. Alas. I did get off earlier. I did get off, but I fucking did it. Squirt. I fucking beat that hard boss, man. Yippity ki Look at me go. I'm the golden one. I'm Pony Boy. Stay golden, Pony Boy. Stay golden, Pony Boy. Yo, you missed my message last stream? Yeah, I think I might have missed it. What was it? You got hella loose? Oh, nah. I used to, like, play it on the I don't own it. I used to play it on the, what's it called? Fucking, that's, what's it called, man? The Game Pass. I used to play it on the Game Pass. Had to refresh stream. Yeah, I had it on Game Pass, but I don't have it anymore. Take a blink. Chisel, fuck. Lizzie? That's a jizzy, as they would say, I guess. A joint. Fuck, man. Yo, appreciate the membership, bro. Legend. Fucking legend. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, fucking legend, homie. Fucking legend. Hmm. Extraction up to 70. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Fair. Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream. Y'all have a good night. Peace out. Thanks for subbing.